Shout out to everybody that's already on the platform right now. I'm on the homepage. Check out the homepage where you got Jam Brains, which was our runner-up last week.
That's right.
Now we also got new releases right here. We also have
Green Sky by Kevin Dillinger, Crucifer, Tribal War, Through the Keyhole, Light Cove, Heaterville, Sunday School, JP, Manual X from Limbo to Paradise. Shout out to all of y'all, man.
Most def. Well, I would like to let this segue into our guest artist interview we have to set up for today.
Do you think the guest artist could help us debate on the artist of the week too?
Let's see. I mean, I don't think we should say no. So let's get him on the show and let's ask him and actually get his input on how he got started in Musicoin. He saw it, he saw the vision ASAP, and he fell in love with it as soon as possible. He started uploading music. So I definitely want to get his backstory and everything and highlight some of his music.
Let's get him on.
Let's welcome in our special guest, Noetic J. Is in the building.
How doing, fellas?
How you doing?
Welcome.
So, Noetic J, we appreciate you coming on, my brother. We are talking about Musicoin, obviously, and we have your profile pulled up right here where you are a verified artist on Musicoin. And, we pretty much want to bring you on to, number one, share who you are and what type of music you bring to the platform, and also, your experience with Musicoin.
Absolutely. How y'all doing today? Noetic J. Very happy to be in this Musicoin conversation and interview today. It's a privilege. Shout out to Pup for putting this together and all that he's been building, not only with this platform, but with cryptocurrency in general and creating the awareness. So happy to be here with y'all, and it's a great privilege.
Thank you, bro.
No problem. All right. So I'm pretty new to cryptocurrency, just in general. Pup is the one that actually got me started with it and started giving me the information. And it's really interesting how we met. It's always highly synchronistic in the sense that, as you can see, we all do the music, and we all have other parts of our life that seem to be quite parallel with, our experiences and influences when it comes to not only with the music, but with life in general. And I felt when I found out about Musicoin that it was a huge opportunity to be able to jump into something that's growing and is sustainable. You hear a lot about interdependency and how people want to grow things together. And as you all know, as artists, as musicians, it's very tough in certain locations to get people to work as a unit. And especially in Boston, you don't see that. And people, I believe, are, for my particular example, are just starting to realize the potential when people come together and have a sustainable community where we take our strengths and we're able to use them with each other. And that within itself covers weaknesses. And I feel like Musicoin is very similar with that, in the sense that it makes me want to go and hear other artists' music. It makes me want to go and comment. It's not like, and this is no knock to YouTube or SoundCloud, I feel like people only will vest comments and things of that nature if it's of their interest.
Yeah,
but if they know they're not getting anything in return, then what's the point? And I feel like Musicoin breaks that barrier and gives individuals a platform. Artists, there's a lot of quality artists on it that will truly follow you and will truly want to get to know you. And I feel like that builds a genuine, sustainable network of artists that really want to do this seriously. But of course, not everyone is able to make income from it. And this gives you that opportunity as well.
Well said.
And let me highlight real quick, as we're sitting here, interviewing Noetic J, his profile is getting new followers and getting plays right now as we are talking to him live. He came in with 5 followers, now he has 7. He came in with 256 coins, now he got 258, so it went up 2 already, and it's just changing as we're talking, which is amazing to show you how this platform.
To be clear, that's about 8 to 10 plays worth off other platforms.
So he is right now making money while he is being interviewed. And as he's being interviewed, people are saying, who's this guy? And they're going to go play his song, and that is earning him Musicoin. Right now, it just went up. I'm talking.
Sounds like a done deal. You sold me.
So Noetic J, you're new to this, but you really get it. And it reminds me, like within the first week of signing up, I really got it. You know, you could tell when something is made with artists and for artists, but also with artists. It's different when you have something that's just made for artists and not with them. Right. We all kind of like started to think part of why we get this is because we're always looking for this. And so let's highlight two things that you said that I think really resonated with me and a lot of artists. And I would love y'all to chime in. But one, having a platform that is not there to, ironically, in this space of crypto where more than ever people are talking about, is this going up? Is this going down? What's your return? Ironically, in this space, we're saying this is not about what these other companies are bought. What was their first quarter thing? What new big artists did they get today? What's their profit margin and this and that? This whole train that starts to run away from us. And it's like, wait, wasn't this about artists and connection to music? So I think that's the first thing that you mentioned that really highlights what's different about this. Even though there's no subscriptions, there's no advertisements, there's currency, there's real value being generated due to blockchain off of us talking to each other and commenting on each other and playing each other's music, right?
And I want to add to that, with the base that you already have, with the following, whether how large or small it is, you can still benefit more on this platform than like we said, no knock to them, but like a SoundCloud, Spotify, and iTunes, with the same amount of following. For example, just looking at your profile here, you've earned $5.64 so far on Musicoin.
Wow.
With the growing following, now $5.66 on Musicoin, with the growing following. That's coming from, the following that you have on your IG. How many followers do you have on your IG?
About 4,100.
And what other platforms do you put your music on?
So I usually use, to answer your question, Pup, Musicoin, YouTube, and SoundCloud are my main ones. I actually just made a SoundCloud recently. What I do right now with my team is what we do is called hashtag Single Sundays.
Okay.
And what hashtag Single Sundays is pretty much every week we're coming out with a track, and it's going to be different every week due to the emotions. Energy is different every single day. Energy is never lost. It's always transferred. So it's always moving around. So I felt it would be a great way to not only continuously be consistent, but to also connect with my fans, because a lot of them told me that they much rather, I was thinking an album a month, and I was like, well, then I'll make them more like short EPs, like 6 to 8 tracks. I know you're nodding your head over there, but man, when it comes to
I'm always laughing at
another thing to hit on.
Yeah. He's showing,
From experience, mind you. From experience, I've learned the hard way. Underground fans, you give them like 10 albums a month, and the next Tuesday, they're like, where's the next music? Come on. You're taking too long. And I think it might have been my star, Alicia Keys, but I think I was watching a video from her one day, and it was like, new video from Alicia Keys. And I looked at the video, and it was a song from an album like at least had been out for a year ago. And I went, I get it. Commercial people and people that make money and sustain artists, they take time to market and to show attention and get the value behind each thing over time before they give you more stuff, right? But with a lot of these platforms, it's like, yo, if you only getting paid 0.0000001 cents per play, right? Then it makes artists feel like they need to put out 1,000 albums a day, which in turn makes fans feel like they only need to listen to each album once because they gotta keep up with your next album.
Yeah, and that's true because it sets a standard. And that's why after a lot of research on it, and you think of someone like Russ, he was on SoundCloud putting a track every week. And he did that for about 3-4 years till it really started popping off. And I think Musicoin gives a huge opportunity as well to be able to just be another platform, a platform of the future, really, to be able to sustain that. So I appreciate that.
I want to hear a song, man. I want to hear a song.
A big shout out to his big release.
Hours ago. Yeah.
78
Yes,
ounces.
that was gonna be my next thing that I was gonna say. Like, let's hear now, since we just talked about Noetic J and how great this platform is for him. Let's actually hear some Noetic J music on this platform.
Absolutely.
So this first track here is called Herception. Would you like to give a breakdown of this song, or you want to just go straight into it?
It's very raw. I make all my beats. I make everything. I do all the audio engineering. This is pretty much a track I started making about 8 to 10 months ago when I was in a different space. And the second verse just recently finished about a week ago before releasing it. You know, as artists, we sometimes go back and forth in our music. Sometimes we're feeling it. Sometimes we're not. We come back, you know, it happens.
I just noticed that the sharing feature, the searching feature rather, on Musicoin, right? Matter of fact, let me share my screen with y'all. Can everybody see my screen? So one of the things that Musicoin has been improving on is their search function. Sometimes it was hard at first to find your name or find other artists on there. As you notice, I just clicked on Noetic J at the top of Musicoin. When you're logged in, on the top of Musicoin, and I put Noetic J, Noetic space J, and it pops right up. It's the first thing that you see, and then it also says hip hop and rap, so it shows his top 4 songs. That's really dope.
I recall, I think about like a week and a half ago, because I know that the updating is ongoing.
Right.
I couldn't find myself.
Yeah, you're like, am I here? Am I real? Do you value me, Musicoin? It's like an existential thing.
Yeah, I can't find myself, man. Yeah.
And you say you're introducing the song Herception?
Herception,
yeah. So like perception, just to make a long story short, and you just hear it and you'll know for yourself. Having been in a relationship which was based off, it seemed like a lot of times it wasn't about understanding each other's perspectives. It was more just her perspective.
Woo! Lordy, Lord.
You starting some problems out there now. You
Yeah. Remember, there's 5 blokes here. There's 5 guys on this screen. Yeah. Yeah. We better not start talking too deep about that. Yeah.
You better not disrespect the sisters, or we're gonna look bad on this. I hope this really is Herception.
right. Let's do it. Let's go. Here we go.
Shorty sipping 40s, they all wanna court me, but I'm always on the move. I leave them memories and stories. Wake up in the morning, sipping on my coffee. Time is money, gotta lose. I use my energy there shortly. Chefing up some beats like it's coke for the streets. Hate the way they banging like I do in the sheets. Different chick every week, I keep it lit, never weak. Rolling up another spliff, she take a sniff, now she geeked. Fucking around with models, sipping up penny bottles, waking up eating waffles, living life how I want to, doing it up with my crew. She getting fed up like how you never got time for me, boo, cause I really don't got time to lose. Getting up, I tie my shoes, she only see it from her view. That's when I know it's my cue. Only got me a true few who understand the way I move. Never question what I do, never got time to press news, but you pressed me. Goodbye, boo. At the beep. Speak your piece. Hope you see. You lost me. What a tangled web we weave through perceptions, mental impressions, interpreting dimensions. Spliff rolled in the raw, hitting sour D. Remaining focused on my goals, yet to be complete. Always honest with myself, me, I never cheat. Dishing assist to the squad, accountability. No blind spots to seal, no liabilities. We out here for real, authenticity. Thought that you knew best, have to get this off my chest. Living your life way too stressed, worried about what I vest. Getting me all worked up, vexed, sending me numerous texts. Speaking on where I'm gone next, complaining that I'm homeless. Explaining I'll be homeless, keeping up with this nonsense. Creating all new problems, making this way too complex, taking things out of context. Your actions on my index of why it's time to press next. Goodbye, boo, I've been left. At the beep. speak your piece.
Whoa!
Nice, nice.
Appreciate it, y'all.
That's great. Great stuff.
Wow.
Production is great.
Was that 808 in Reason then? Was that the 808 in Reason?
Yes,
Was it?
I love the 808s in Reason.
I know, it's good, man.
What you've got good going on with that 808 is it's so loud and it's so thick, but it don't overtake. Like even with some of these, like even commercial stuff, all I hear is the 808 and nothing else. Like, and it just ruins the track. But there, it's still got that massive thickness, but still got the.
And I noticed with a lot of artists that you know, want that big bang. Also, it drowns out their vocals too much.
Definitely.
Yeah, and your vocals was standing out on the track too, so you had a nice balance.
You had the levels and the EQ nice on that, yeah.
Thank you. Appreciate
It was like Noetic J on that 808, then he just so play so. He's on Musicoin get pesos, and you know you got the face so. You know what I mean?
I'm a fan of
really articulate. It was really hitting, punching.
I'm a fan of you know, really taking flows and switching them halfway through a track, because I know even as a producer I get bored of listening to the beat over and over, even though I know it's dope and like I'm like, this is nice, but as the producer you're hearing it over and over, you're mixing it over and over, you kind of get to a point
Hearing it over. Noetic J got that sofa. Now go and get yourself Folgers. Wake up in the morning, I told you with the coffee to doja.
I mean, with that being said, also, you know, we gotta tip our artists.
Now, two things people don't know is you could tip the artist page, but you could tip on the song page. So we're gonna go into the actual song, and how many song tips does it have?
Shout out to T-Man for tipping 5 coins.
So it has 5
live on the show. He is also in the chat room. He's in the chat, and he also left a 5-coin tip on it. Wow.
Appreciate it.
So Suffice left a tip. Oh, we leaving tips over here too.
What are we doing? Are we leaving tips right now on the show?
I'm dropping it. Drop the tip. We paying artists and we playing artists. Look, it's we playing these artists out here. No, we paying these artists out here. MC plays, MC plays, MC plays, Musicoin blockchain, get paid for every play.
Musicoin. Musicoin. Musicoin.